GSD Productions. Get done.
First, guys, thanks for doing this. We really appreciate it. And like we said, we're going to just start a little bit history of LYNCHPiN. You know, essentially behind the music of LYNCHPIN. So.
I always want to do this.
Cute, exactly. We'll cut the pictures of your homes and everything else, you know.
And I'll be like, Jared was on coke. And
Exactly. You guys have been around the scene for a while now, you know, individually and in different incarnations. What inspired the creation of LYNCHPIN? What was the instigation of it?
It really started off with I think we took a hiatus. I took a hiatus for a couple of years after my previous band, and within that time I was going to shows and observing shows, and I remember going to one show in particular, and it had a really good band, a young good band playing, and they were heavy and they had a real nice feel, but nobody was moving. The scene felt dead and drab. It felt like that no bands had anything to say anymore. People were just going, playing, coming on stage, get money, go home. And I started to see the rock scenes falling apart and getting smaller, and I called Aaron. I always told Aaron that the only time I'll do music again is if he will work with me again. And I called him and said maybe we should think about doing something, and we met up that same day, and I told him I have an idea to make a new band and a new sound, and maybe we need to get fresh players in terms of ideas. We're not thinking about I want a player to sound like this. Let's get players that we think have the heart, and from there the sound will come out. And from there we started talking, and Jared was one of the first people that came to mind and to move into guitars. And then we checked for Jiggy to come and do bass. At that time Jiggy was actually pretty quiet, and since then he didn't shut up. But I think when we came together, it clicked. Especially, you know, people always say you don't have egos to put in, but I mean you have to have some sort of ego to go on that stage and have that feel that, you know, you could be the best band, you could take over the crowd. So on stage we made that pledge that, you know, on stage we go on and we have to allow ourselves to be that incarnation. We're not going to go up as Jared, Steve and Jiggy era. We go up as LYNCHPIN idea, and when we come off stage we go back to our own personal lives. And it from the first time we played, it was really, we got to squeeze in. We only had two songs, and I remember when people started to realize that we were going on stage, people started to call their friends and say, hey, you know, these four guys. I remember the term supergroup, and when we announced that, and it wasn't supposed to be a supergroup. It was just the idea that something new. And I think what people enjoyed out of LYNCHPIN in the early days is that we didn't have a lid. You know, we were coming out there doing brutal music. When people talk to us, we say as we feel. And I think since then it grew. You know, we stand for original music, and that's something that we're very vocal about. And now it has reached a point now where all of this is like a blur. You know, people say you live in a dream, and it's not true, because none of us ever dreamt of this. We dreamt of going to shows. Never dreamt of playing Wacken or anything like that. So it is a surreal feel right now.
Great.
GSD Productions.